Good morning. So today I'm on my way to Plymouth for a 10 to 11 day trip to the Pyrenees, another trip with the P.E.M.C club, and just going down to the Salisbury area to rendezvous with a friend called Wayne, who's been on previous trips if you've watched any of those. So I'll probably catch up with you when we get down to Plymouth. So more to come, but should be an exciting trip. Here we are in Plymouth, and it's 1:20. This is the 2-4 berth. Usual bathroom fittings in here. This is Wayne's birthday drink, so it is raising a beer to you, Wayne.
Team club size.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Thank you. Cheers, Paul.
The thing about RVs in the States, you're not going to be plugging into.
Okay, quick update. We've just left the ferry in Santander. And its local time is 2:15 on motorway. We're just getting out of Santander, and then we'll be picking up a local N road and heading across to a place called Pamplona. So just a quick update. We're on to the side N roads, and we found this lovely wiggly road. This is the CA261, mountains either side. I don't know if you can see that on the GoPro, and in front of me the whole valley is fantastic. Quite a few 50-kilometre speed limits unfortunately around here, and as many of you will know, if you go bombing onto these too fast, the second set of traffic lights turns to red like they were. So we just turned left onto the CL629, and I really hope the views come up on the GoPro. It's a fantastic valley we're going in. We're just following this road for about 7 kilometres before we dive off again. But look at the views, the rock formations along the top there, that ridge line, running all the way along the ridge line into the distance. Fantastic. So here's a quick update. 36 kilometres from our hotel just north of Pamplona. Just thought you'd like to see this stunning road, the NA 700. So we're still heading towards Pamplona. We've just come out on this corniche, and it's lovely and cool in the shade after our 25 degrees, 6:30 p.m. local time. Look at that, what a view, absolutely stunning. See for miles right across to the hills in the far side there. Stunning. Quite a lot of hairpins down here though. So just about 700 metres from the hotel, Alto. Just here on the right hand side, and it's 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. local time. We have dinner arranged for 8:30, and there's still loads of people out because we've seen them on the way. There we go. I'll catch up with you in a minute. And this is the bathroom facilities. Very modern, very nice. And the bedroom, we've got 2 twin beds, window over the side, we've got wardrobing. And today we are heading about 170 miles east of here to a town called Larrede. So it's really on the sort of outskirts of start of the Pyrenees. So it should be an exciting day. Good morning, day 3. Just left the hotel in Pamplona. We're going to be heading east, then north up to Oloron, which happens to be a town that we're staying at on the way back from east to west later on in this trip. And then southwards again in a big loop, because it takes in a number of cols. Looks like it's going to be another glorious sunny day. We had a full noisy evening dinner at the El Toro Hotel. Good food, great accommodation, easy to find location. Just turn right onto the NA150 for those of you interested in following this route. So we have just stopped here at this Navescues. Clouds in the valleys there. Okay, let's go over to the map, take a look at where we actually are. Continuing, this is the NA137, spectacular road through these gorges. Hardly any traffic at all, 1 or 2 cars. It's a Tuesday morning, 10:30 in the morning. Hope this comes out on the GoPro. It's a bit shady through here. Those first 4 bikes we've seen coming the other way. It's just Wayne and myself riding today. Fantastic. I love Spain. Great food at the hotel last night. Had a nice traditional paella. Haven't had one of those in many a year, and it was gorgeous. That was the starter. Quite a noisy room we were in, everybody, plenty of banter, and one of our team struck the table to make a point about something, and our end of the table collapsed. Supports and everything had just fallen out of it. That was an interesting moment. So we just entered the town of Roncal. Very pretty river running through on my right hand side, which you may see in a moment. So that was Roncal. I thought it was going to be a big town. Look at the view from up here. We came from along the valley there, all the way up that wiggly road over there. And there's still more to go. We go up through the cattle crossing here. If I remember rightly, last time... Oh yeah, we got the eagles up here somewhere. We saw a pair of eagles a minute ago. They've dived behind. They've got this very large eyrie behind us, I think. So beyond this we get up into, there's cattle and horses all over the road last time I came up this way. Oh, what a day, what a tremendous view. Cattle on the road, horses on the road further back, vultures flying overhead, a couple of eagles we saw, we believe they were eagles. Come on, we don't want to fight in the middle of the road now, come on. It's a stunning road. Just slowing down because I've got a horrible feeling there's more cattle around here somewhere. Last time I came up here there's a whole bunch on the way up and a whole bunch on the way down. Guess they could have moved to the last 3 years, but so this is the Peak bar restaurant there. Anybody interested in a quick snackette? Got a bit of a troop of horses in. This is Oloron St Marie. Just had a little bit of a lunch stop at a nice cafe. Spanish omelette. So those who like to know, this is the D934. We're heading south, and we've got a couple of cols to go over. We're going to turn right about 2 clicks up here. Fantastic scenery. Look at the mountains here. Sun's disappeared behind the clouds, but it's still 27.5 degrees. It's really warm for this. So Wayne and I stopped for lunch, and Don happened to be passing and has joined us now. This is the start of the D934, the Col Du Portalet. This looks interesting. Well, I wasn't expecting this. Within a mile it started chucking it down. Not a good start. It's always changeable in the mountains, but didn't see this coming. I think I'll give you an update when we get to the top. So nearly at the top, but at least it stopped raining. God, I chucked it down. Bright sunshine up here. Look at the scenery up here. Fabulous. Let's take a picture. And here we are at the top of the Col Du Portalet. Just spent 15 minutes trying to find a Moto sticker to celebrate Col Du Portalet. Successfully found in that far store. €2 a time if you're interested. Right, down where we go. And this is the south side of the Col Du Portalet. Less craggy, more open. Nice road. Little escapade in the last 2 kilometres, directed off the main road up into a village, come to a dead end and had to turn it around in, there's nothing down there, it's a dead end around that corner, so had to take it in turns turning the bikes round. All good fun. It's an adventure, as they say. It's a lesson in, if it looks wrong, it is wrong. Don't make it worse by keep going. I thought we were coming into the rear end back way to the hotel, as it's up a side road overlooking the river rather than beside the river, but there we go. This is a 2-year-old hotel, and this is our bedroom for tonight. The doors onto a patio, there's a twin bed, very nice indeed. Plenty of hanging space, and here I guess, yep, there's hanging space in there. TV, air conditioning, views out onto the surrounding countryside. And then this very nice bathroom and shower and massive sink unit. WC, bidet, double shower room. Fantastic position. There's the mountains that we came through earlier today. Just take you up here because there's a swimming pool area up here. So we've had a great day today. Came down some 2 great cols, fantastic ride. So tomorrow we're off to Roses on the east coast of Spain, and tomorrow is mostly down the N260, which is a pretty legendary, just watching where I'm standing, biking road. Anyway, that's enough for now. Catch up with you tomorrow. Good morning, day 4. Just left the hotel in Larrede. The highlight of today is that we're riding most of the N260, and for those of you who've been to this part of Spain will know it is a fantastic road. We just left, it's 10 to 9. Wanted to leave earlier, but the hotel wouldn't bring their breakfast forward any further from 8:30 to 8 AM. So took a bit of filming with Keith here on his Kawasaki. Just heading northwest towards Castlehorn. Look at the rocks here. This is great. Forecast was rubbish for this morning, but it's luckily so far okay. It's only 18.5 degrees, but that's good for me. I like it about this sort of temperature. It's not too hot. All bunched up again, and Keith has sort of caught up with us. It's starting to dribble. We'll just take it a little bit easy because these roads can be a little bit greasy if it hasn't rained for hasn't rained for a while, and I'm not sure how green these roads are. Okay, so we had a nice quick little coffee stop. We've still got 273 kilometres to do for next. We've just been through to Pablo de Sigur. These stunning rock formations through here. Look at this, fantastic. The size of these rocks. Still on the 260. I think, unless I say differently, we're on the 260. We do pop off it for a while to cut out a corner of the 260, but other than that, straight east. Got Don on the Kawasaki in front of me, and then Paul on his BMW GS in front, and Wayne leading the pack at the moment. It's about the 5th tunnel we've had to go through here. It's just a protective tunnel for the rocks. Went through a gorge earlier. I mean, of course, as usual, I couldn't get the camera on in time, and it was just wasn't convenient to switch it on. But the sides of the gorges, which is hundreds of meters, just don't bear thinking about a rock falling off the top of that one. I guess they can't do anything about it at all. Sort 3 kilometers. Oh, what? KTM?
Yeah. This is the best part of the P.E.M.C.
A little bit of a halt here. I think there's been a bit of a rock slide.
And best part of the KTM.
You see that digger across there? Right up there, clearing it. We've come across this, there was of that rockfall is a group of 4 Germans. I think they're Germans or Austrians. They're heading off to Andorra, so we'll stick behind them for a little while. So we're on our way to Ripoll. We're up on a high col at the moment, and it's nice as it's dropped from 27 to 18 degrees. Collada De Toses. This sort of roads we've been on most of the day. Didn't expect the random cow. ...82 kilometres to Roses. So we just reached destination town of Roses. We've got 3 kilometres around this coastal road to our hotel. I have been there once before, about 3 years ago. So this is the twin room in Roses, and we've got the bathroom, shower, wardrobe space, plenty of hanging space for your riding gear, shelving, etc. for helmets. Nice little sofa unit in here as well, TV, and great position here is that it overlooks the view. So this is the beach directly opposite the hotel. Very popular, as you can see. Good morning, day 4. Nice sunny day. Just gone 10 o'clock and it's 28.5 degrees. So GL 610, just heading out of Roses. It's a spare day we've got here, and I'm going out for a loop ride of about 150 miles. Day's trips, so it's a spare day. Some people have decided just stay in town and relax. But I've been to Roses before, and even though it's very pretty, I'd rather go out for a ride than walk around in the heat, to be honest. Doing the back roads here. That's the village. I'm not going to pronounce it. I'm going to give you that much fun. .6022. Sorry, Saint Clement. These look quite rural roads. Backdrop of the Pyrenees. Hopefully you can see that. I think it must be the GoPro law of physics. Whenever you, I'm going to have this vent open a little bit, I'm afraid, sorry. Whenever you switch your camera off, something interesting happens. And I just came across a single police motorcyclist and standing way back from the road, just sort of watching the vehicles, and he was clearly spotting, because about half a mile up the road there was 3 policemen pulling vehicles. They didn't stop me, because luckily I was trapped behind a car, so I couldn't do any braking of the speed limit even if I wanted to, which was quite handy really, because I didn't expect to see a police presence out here. We've seen hardly any presence out on the main roads, and this is a very rural road, unless they're trying to catch farmers speeding in their John Deeres or something. Right, so we've got to go left onto the N11, N11. This is just a link up. Just a quick point about this new Tiger. I don't know if it's the gearbox on this being an ex-demo and's been thrashed, whatever. I mean, having done 6,000 miles yesterday, I found a couple of neutrals when I'm using the downshifter. Again, it's not much fun when you're barreling into a corner, you grab a neutral. The other was pulling out of a junction onto a main road. And perhaps it's my fault really, shouldn't change gear whilst you're turning. Again, caught a neutral. This is nice. A bit smoother than yesterday's where we had 1,000,001 bends. Roads over on this side are very shaded and still very damp underneath here, as you can feel at times. A lot of sweeping is the way up. Must be back in France. This is the D64. Nice if we found some fuel, as I've been on reserve for a little while. Certainly don't want to meet a lorry coming the other way. Turning left on D115. This is a bit better. Fuel stop. Any fuel? Any fuel? On the hunt for fuel. 18 kilometres from here, in the direction roughly that we're going. It better be a proper one and not a phantom one. I'm sure you've all heard Garmin Phantom petrol stations. Probably was a petrol station once upon a time, but many moons ago. They're a disappointment. Slippy dippy. Quick update, I'm imposed a fuel saving regime going down this side of the Col, as I have a range of 5 on the clock. That's 5 miles, so should be plenty okay. Ah, a fuel sign. Excellent. Well, we'll see exactly how much is left in the tank when I brim this up. That should be interesting. I've never run it completely dry. I've had minus 20 odd miles out of a K1300S BMW. Yeah, I think it's open. I think it's open. I think it's open. It's up. It's not. It's not a fuel station. Okay, quick update. This is really serious now, as the nearest fuel station is 5.7 kilometres, if it is in fact an open Repsol, and I currently have 1 mile remaining on the display. I'm sure that's pessimistic, but even so, I'm not sure how much I've got to play with here. Good job this is downhill, not uphill. We can save some fuel. And I've put it in rain mode, as I suspect that, well, that's not going to be as an aggressive fuel map. Repsol garage, 3.4 kilometres. 2.2 kilometres. Still saying 0 on the display. It's a horrible feeling, needing fuel that badly. C38 to Ripoll. Oh, I can see the Repsol station. It looks like a live one. Come on. Still says 0 on the display. Phew. So from Ripoll, if you're heading east, I'd suggest this 260A rather than the 260, the road less travelled, therefore car free and much better views. If you're tired after a long day in the saddle though, I would probably go along the 260, because this is going to take a little bit of concentration. If you haven't had enough wiggles during the day, this might satisfy you. First car I've come across on this road. I think you get the idea. This is sorry I've been talking much. It's as you can see, it's my brain was busy. So I'm on the 260Z now, heading back back to the hotel in Roses. Good morning, day 5 and another sunny day in Roses. So I've got Wayne up ahead on the KTM. I've got Don on the Versys behind me, and another Paul on his GS 1200 right at the back. So 4 of us today. Loads of time today, hence picking a more villagey route. These are really pretty blooming warm. It's 25 degrees, got up to 34 yesterday. Village called Le Chateau. Right, Col D'Ares. There's a policeman somewhere down here who's left it before us, so we don't want to go rampaging down here. The main road was blocked. Good old Garmin sent us on a detour down this road here, and says we're going to come out on the D34 down here, but we didn't have any other option really on some of the road. It was completely blocked the road up in the hills, so we were forced into going in the wrong direction. Well, not the direction we wanted. So quick update, 5 minutes later we're now back onto the N20, back into the mountains of the Pyrenees. 26 degrees at the moment, and it's 3:30. So we have an hour's travelling. We've got 80 odd kilometres to go. This is just going down the other side. It's a bit windy up here, and now I'm following the guys down. On the D919, we're 3/4 of a kilometre from the hotel. So this is the hotel at Labarre, and we happen to have a double and a single bed in here, cupboarding and bathroom, all the usual facilities in here. That's the bedroom. Hotel de Lac. Just have a look down here. Apparently there's a bar around the corner which is cheaper, and the hotel apparently only does bottled beers. So everybody's decamped up the road. Here they all are.